Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Stig's channel. I'm Samuel Guerra. Today is my first video here for the channel, so I bring you an authentic relic. I hope you like it, and let's move on to the images of the car. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the pictures. For those who don't know, this is a BMW E39, a 523i, and for the first video and in the future for the channel content, I wanted to bring a car that I love driving and that gives me great pleasure to drive. I always wanted to have this BMW model, so it's a privilege for me to have this car here on the channel, and all the content I make in the future will revolve around on this car. In future, guys, I also need to choose a nickname for the car. I don't know which one it will be, but we have time to think about it, so now I'm going to show you a little bit. And I'm going to talk a little about what the car needs to be done so far of everything that I have also done. Okay? So guys, there's nothing better than starting here with the risks and the painting. As you can see here, we have some scratches. The car is not new either, okay? We also have some hits on the bumpers. It's worse back there. However, one thing I want to do a lot to change the optics here, put some angel eyes. In these cars look amazing, and the optics are original. They are original, I don't know, I think they have already been changed, because they are not really from BMW. Are from a brand that we can find at Autodoc. So I think the optics have already been changed. But my goal will be to put some angels here. Also put a kit, an M5 kit in the car, among other things. Moving on to the roof section, as you can also see, the varnish is also skipping the painting. The painting is also like this. Very low the quality, the varnish is all jumping here on the doors too. You can see the difference, okay? You can see the difference along the car. We have a lot of flaws here in terms of painting. If I zoom in a little bit more, you might even be able to see some scratches here. The painting is ugly. In terms of aesthetics, it is horrible. It's one of the things I have to worry about in the future. Then we also have here on the rims with holes. Damaged rims, and it's one of the things I also want to fix. As you can see, guys, back here, let's go. Here at the back, we also have the trunk compartment. In terms of painting, we also have the painting jumping of the bumper. The trunk have a big dent and rusty. We have to deal with this as quickly as possible, and another here below. Here to complement the aesthetics of the car, I might want to put a pack M5 to give the car a sportier look. An M5 pack then. And the headlights, as you can see, the headlights are the car's original headlights. Here too, the emblems. I also want to change the emblems here for new emblems. That this is already. The emblem is already parched. And basically I also want to change the headlights here to some M5 headlights. The rims, as I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do. In principle, my goal is put some Alpine rims. Let's see if that will happen or not. The car, I forgot to tell you, the car already came with films. Okay, the car already came with films. The car is a BMW E39 is a gas E39523i. I bought the gas car, the car already came with gas, I don't know if I'm going to take it out or not. It's something I still have to see, I have no idea. But at the moment it's really useful to have it on gas, why? Because it's a daily car, I go to work with it. I do my things with him. I'm going to take him on trips in the future. I want to do it with my family, it will help me a lot. Meanwhile guys, now I'm going to show you. The interior of the car is not in great condition either. But nothing that a good upholsterer can't solve. As you can see, it's not a recent car, okay? It's a relic, as I said a moment ago, however. If we go here to the door part, we can see that this is here jumping very dirty, very dirty. It's also dry, the part about the catches coming out, here. Below we have this part here also wanting to jump. Then we have this here with the side with the tape also loose. One thing that we have to resolve, it's nothing serious. The seats are not in the best condition either. As you can see, the seats have to be treated. No, this requires a qualified upholsterer to take care of the seats. We have a part of the seat broken here, this area here. Okay guys, the previous owner had also done some things here inside the car. He already put an Android radio here, an alarm system, as I mentioned a little while ago. The car also came with films, the old owner had also put films. So basically it's an old car, as you can see it's an old car. Here is a steering wheel, but it looks like a steering wheel. Truck as you can see is huge. Then I have the Android radio here, let me try to connect it here for you. See if I can show you a little bit of the doo-doo. The Android radio has already turned on and you can see here that he has a lot of functions. I can see there the kilometers the car does, radio. Everything that I need to stop. Go on a relaxing trip without having to worry about anything. It is an added value for those who like technology. So thank God the old owner put the radio in. So I stopped spending money, that's it. Let's move on to the most important part here. Let's move on to the part where I'll explain everything I've done in the car. I didn't film it unfortunately, but I have the invoices here. I have everything written here about everything I've done so far. I have an invoice missing here that is for the catalyst. But as for the catalyst, I know that the whole service was around 500 euros or so. Okay, the 500 or so euros, unfortunately I don't have a receipt here with me, but I know the value was 500 and something euros, okay? But I'll explain everything to you now, I'll tell you everything. So let's start with the first investment here for the BMW E39. Guys, I needed to take care of some things here on the clutch and is missing. The car was missing the chassis supports. I was missing the chassis supports, which are some rubber blocks that fit into the on the chassis. Okay, these are the fasteners, so to speak, so I went to BGB. Retail trade in parts at Quinta do Conde and the fasteners cost 4 fasteners. Euro 42 and 13 cents. It was the first thing I had to buy to start working on the car, okay? Then I went to my force. I'm going to tell you about everything I've done in all the places I've been so far, okay? Okay, I went to my force and I needed to regulate and tune the braking system. It cost me 20 euros, 19 euros and 99 cents, rounding it up to 20 euros. But I noticed that the brake was not well adjusted. Okay, so I decided later to the other side because of this situation. But hey, the first place I went was in my force to adjusting the braking system here, it cost me 20 euros. However, coming back here to my force again. I went to take care of the balance of the 4 rims, it was €23.96. And align the front axles. In total this cost me €78.95, okay? In my force again. I replaced the bearing kit which was €47.99. And the wheel bearing kit which was €104.91. That is, it gave a total of €152.90. But there were some jobs that I wasn't happy with my force, okay? Not talking bad, okay? And well, everyone has their own experience in each place, mine didn't go very well. So I decided to change and go look for new places, okay? Then I found Rodi in Montillo. Rodi did a spectacular job in every way. Okay, in every way, and I found a person who really understands BMW. Because until now of everything I've done, I never had a problem again with all the substitutions I made, okay? That's why I started going to Rodi, okay? The first investment I had in Rodi was for them to review what I needed to do in the car. I knew I had leaks, but I didn't know where. So I went there, I paid €21.45 in the Rodi Montillo. They did a check on the clutch oil leak, to the engine oil leak, and I at the time, I thought I had water pump problems. Why? Because the car's cooling wasn't the best. So I asked to have the water pump checked. But in the future I came to realize that it wasn't the water pump problem. It was a fan that had fan problems. Okay, I'll explain it to you later. So for them to do this review, they charged €21.45, okay? I needed to do a lot of things in the car, because the car was losing a lot of oil in every way. So they gave me a budget, I went ahead with it. I changed everything, I did everything and noticed a big difference in price. Here compared to prices I had obtained in different mechanics. I'll give you an example. I needed a joint here. The head gasket was €68.90. Then the crankcase gasket. Crankcase gasket €42.50 here. Fan, it was not the water pump as I had mentioned. It was a problem with the fan, guys, that is, it was the fan clutch. A new clutch cost me €119.80. They put 10W40 oil, $64.94. Here a degreasing cleaning €3.90, gave a total of €471.64. All of this, okay, treated with oils, leaks. Oils, crankcase, everything else, fans, €471.64. Then I needed to change the spark plugs, that is, from what the guy had explained to me. I had spark plugs that only matched to petrol. And I needed some that could adapt to gas too. Because this car is gas, so I needed to change the spark plugs for better ones, and the spark plugs were expensive. Let me see here that I already lost article spark plugs, €103.80 suitable for both gas and petrol. Don't take it the wrong way if I have something to say or something wrong. But that's what they explained to me from the mechanic. When replacing the spark plugs, we have an hour price of €42.90. That is, it gave a total of €146.70. Then I needed a clutch kit. Sash cost me €282.90. Crankshaft seal, €28.30. Clutch oil replacement. 75W90 Valvolina €44.90 and then 4 hours. Service €171.60. of a total of €527.70. Guys, if we add up all these 3 services, there are 3 different budgets, but it was a handful of services, okay, that they did. It gave a total of 1.1464 cents, guys. I was surprised because I'll explain to you. I had a BMW E36 at the time when it was for a drift project that I had done. It didn't go well, but I'm not going to talk about that here now, okay? I remember going to a mechanic and paying close to €1,200 just to change my clutch. I didn't know at the time, okay? I was young, I didn't have that kind of knowledge. He was a young man, he was a person who didn't have much knowledge in terms of mechanics and budgets, etc. And I went to try to fix the car like this. Urgent, and they took me just to change the clutch €1,200. I did a lot of things here. A lot of things, guys, and that amount didn't even arrive, as you can see. That's why I started EH. I started to have more confidence, more. There is credibility in going these mechanics like roadie because I know the work is well done. Pay a little more, in this case I paid much less. But here you pay a little more and we know that the job is well done. If you have your trusted mechanic. So guys, keep going there if he is a person of words, if he is a person with character. So continue to your mechanic, okay? I know I started going to the roadie and I was happy, however. I needed to take care of the catalytic converter. I don't have that invoice here, okay? I can't tell you how much it cost, but I can tell you the total invoice that was €535 or €560 per for these values. Okay? For me it was expensive. No, there are places that were charging me €800. I went to roadie and they gave me a quote of not even €600. It was approximately 560, so I was happy, I was satisfied, however. The last work I did on this car was just recently. What did I do? We have here 2 hours of service, €91.80. It was more, but they only put 2 hours here. What did they put here? Cleaning and degreasing, €3.90. I needed to change the steering pump. €279.05. The steering pulley also had to be changed, €40.45. And they did a few more things here. I put a Ceratec protector in the oil. Okay, €25.95, and man, with some more little things here, this was €460.95. Okay, it was an investment that I made here at our BMW E39 that cost around €2,000 or more. Okay, this was all that I urgently needed to do it. Okay? It was €2,000 or a little more than that, but why is it worth it? Because the car is in perfect condition. The car was fixed and these are parts that now last a few years. I hope so. Okay guys, basically now I'm going to explain it to you. A little about what I want to bring here to the channel, okay? It's nothing more than that. I want to do different things. I don't want to filming only events or filming only street, no. I want to bring different things. One of the things I really love is kart tracks. Maybe at the beginning of our content, my content will be a lot like that. Will be to show you the go-kart tracks spread across Portugal. But also return a lot of content for track days and drive experience. Okay guys, so it's not a content that you haven't already seen. But with this car it's something I want to experience and pass this experience on to you. Okay guys, the time has come to find out if the car really meets my expectations. Okay, the car was all fixed, but will it develop as I think it will? That's what we're going to find out now. Guys, it couldn't be better in the brakes. Fantastic, wonderful. Okay, guys, the car was washed, camera all wet, it's part of it, okay? But the car is already washed, ready for the next video, I can't promise you. I don't promise you that I'll make videos every week or every month. But whenever I can I will update social networks. Okay guys, be safe, thanks for watching the channel's first video. The first of many and a big hug to everyone, stay well.